good old boy down in Texas, John Goodrow, that's his name. Heard him talk about our country, Lord, I feel just the same. He speaks his mind, trying to help mankind and the people of the USA. Yeah, oh, John Goodrow, he got a lot to say. Oh yes he does, 'cause there's a good old boy down in Texas, turning Texas blue. And there's a blue dot family in the USA. All over this world. Oh yeah.
Oh, Lordy.
Yeah, there's a blue dot family.
That's y'all. How y'all doing? It is, what fucking day is it? Shazam. Hell, I don't know. It's some day. It's Tuesday, I think it is. It's, wait a minute. Son of a bitch. Ain't that some shit? That's what happens. That's what happens. Anyway, it is time for another, it's Tuesday, baby. It's, man, all of a sudden that just stuck in my head. And I just, no, it's not. It's freaking Thursday. Oh, no, I done screwed up my damn thing here. Anyway, it's some day of the week. Doesn't matter what day. It's all going downhill. What's big news in the what headlines today? Oh, boy, howdy shit. Well, the big headline at my house isn't what's on that screen over here on the news, but yeah, Donnie came out with his tariffs yesterday, right after the stock market closed. Well, boy, howdy shit, it reacted today. And at one point was down 1,700. It's down 16. A lot of people lost a lot of money today. Boy, howdy shit. But don't worry, them tariffs, you know, we're going to force manufacturing back here to the United States, and the factories are going to be built, and manufacturing is going to retail. Are you shitting me? Hey, do you know how long that's going to take? Boy, howdy shit. This is going to hit, and it's going to hit hard. And, yeah. Anyway, I'm getting ahead of myself. JT Libs was the first one to jump in, followed by Sam. Dan Hack is here. Annette Serrano. Ask is with us. And Bart Larson, Roger Himmelwright, Kelly 1313, Francis Saylor, Kelly Harris, Jeanette Miller, Silly Bebo's here. Irene Lambert, first one to jump in on Facebook. I love you, baby. Thank you so much. Carl Vogel, Penny Hartleman, Bunny Griffin, and Jacob, Jeff Curry. Hell, everybody's here. Nancy Stevens here. Jamie B. David Ritchie. I'm looking for a name. I'm just going to say Randy Peterson. Woo pig. That's not the name I was looking for. Bob the Two Huskies is here. Let me see. There it is. Dorothy Tyndall is here. Dorothy, I thought you were in the hospital, girl. Boy, howdy shit. I'm just, take care of yourself. I heard, yeah, I know what I heard. And anyway, let me get on down here. We won't get this thing started. Yep, the big news was the tariffs and the reaction from the stock market today. Of course, that was shadowed by the news here at my house, because last night I went to sleep with 4 dogs. This morning I woke up with 12 dogs, and so that happened. And, hi, Miss you, chick.
Hi, John.
Yeah, we had an explosion overnight here at the house.
No,
Don't
usually
know what
when
happened. All of a sudden, poof! There's 8 more puppies.
in Michigan, when we
that
talk about how many dogs we have, how many dog night, that's how cold it is. So you had a really cold night.
I had a really cold night. Yes, 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 we have puppies now. So, and
Mhm.
yeah, what joy, what joy. They're cute as shit. They all are. And but man,
Are they?
I got 8 puppies now. I got to. It brings up
Start
response.
leaving
Anyway,
addresses now, because.
anyway.
So
Hey,
do you
let me thank Lincoln who came in with a $2 donation and said, Washington Post, tariffs are taxes. On those that can't afford it. And Silly Bebo came in with $5, said, Happy Central Daylight Time. Those penguins and seals have probably already given Trump their seal of disapproval. Are you shitting me? Did you hear that? Did you hear that little part of the story?
No, I'm out
No?
of the
He
that.
put tariffs on everybody. Everybody gets a tariff. You get a tariff. They get a tariff. Everybody gets a tariff. Even a little fucking island down in the South Atlantic that has nothing on it but penguins.
Oh,
There's
well,
no
good luck
people
to
that live. No,
them.
but them penguins, they're going to have to pay the tariff, man. You know,
Penguin poo or
yep.
something.
Anything they import from the United States, whatever it is, going to have a tariff on it. So,
Yeah, yeah. The great day of liberation.
yeah,
Great day
the
of
great day of liberty. Are you shitting me? Yeah, that little story about Penguin Island, and forgive me, I don't know the name of the island, goes to show you exactly how much thought he put into this, or his staff put into it, or whoever the hell did it. That kind of a mistake to put tariffs on an island that nobody lives on. It tells you something. Because he
Oh, is
doesn't.
it a territory of somebody? Does that count? Is that why it's on there?
I don't know. It was named singular. I mean, it was laid out. That island had the name on the list.
McDonald Island? Does that sound
It,
like the right island?
I can't remember. I saw it in the passing. McDonald Island, Jeanette Miller says. Yeah, so maybe McDonald's. He thought, McDonald's. They probably got a
Guessing
McDonald's
it's
there. So,
minerals. It
yeah,
must have precious minerals or something,
yeah,
right?
yeah. He put on as Carl Vogel just pointed out in the chat. He put tariffs on everybody except Russia and Saudi Arabia. Do, 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 do.
Except
Nothing
Russia.
to see here, people. Nothing to see here.
And you don't have to worry about tariffing North Korea because, yeah.
Yeah. Well, did you check? They're probably on the list too.
I'll have
He
to
does.
check that list.
Yeah. He thinks
Sounds
this
like
is going to
business.
drive back manufacturing. That's what his deal is. And that doesn't happen overnight. Let's give him the idea that, eventually this works. It's going to take years to even tool up a former factory, much less build one. It just,
Yeah.
and North Korea, nope, North Korea didn't get tariffs either. Boy, out of shit.
You know,
All his buddies.
I have a reminder here, Don.
Oh, yeah?
A little book called On Tyranny, 20 Lessons from the 20th Century by Timothy Snyder. Lesson 17.
17.
Listen for dangerous words. Be alert to the use of the words extremism and terrorism. Be alive to the fatal notions of emergency and exception. Be angry about the treacherous use of patriotic vocabulary. Carl Schmitt explained in clear language the essence of fascist governance. The way to destroy all rules, he explained, was to focus on the idea of exception. A Nazi leader outmaneuvers his opponents by manufacturing a general conviction that the present moment is exceptional, and then transforming that state of exception into a permanent emergency. Citizens then trade real freedom for fake safety. And you know what that one to mind was, I was out driving around yesterday, and the snow's down enough you can see the old political signs.
Right.
And there was one of the presidential signs there, and it simply said, oh shoot, I can't remember. It said Harris Waltz, and then it was something negative. And then it said Trump safety. And I'm like, really, dude? Really? He had me laughing so hard. And then I read lesson 17 and went, yeah, got them thinking that they're safe, huh? Yeah, it's working.
It's working.
Some
Yeah.
people,
Oh,
some of
you
the
drive
time.
down my street, all the signs are still there. Yeah. Trump 2024, let's go, Brandon. You know, they're not giving up. Turn the corner, get on the highway. The first thing you see on the house on the right is four flags, Trump flags, flying up on flagpoles. So they're not going anywhere. But I think, I don't know, baby. I'm thinking the tide is going to turn with this shit. Hey, let me catch this up because it didn't pop up. Mary Humphreys came in with a $10 donation. Mary, thank you very much. And Adele Schwartzbach came in with a $2 donation. Adele, thank you very much. Mary, thank you very much. Now let me get this. Okay. Hold on to your britches, I have a feeling, because
Okay.
I think somebody's not too happy today. And might have a little something. He might have a little something to say about the matter today. Hello, Kirk.
This is a fucking imbecile.
I'm going to give you the floor, brother. Get after it. Oh shit.
I'm kind of, part of me is speechless. Part of me speechless.
What's the other part say?
You know, the other part of me says probably a talking point that I've had with Roman before, our fellow Ukrainian member here. This is intentional. Okay.
Oh, indeed.
This, you know, all of you conservative Republicans that are thinking about coming over to our side of the fence, but this is intentional. This is straight up just another step in the playbook of authoritarianism to oppress society, force wealth to the top. And these tariffs are not some sort of a grand solution to create some economic boom. This is an intentional destruction of our U.S. economy. This is the same shit that Vladimir Putin did. And if you look around the world, you look at Viktor Orban in Hungary, you look at fucking Kim Jong-un in North Korea, you look at fucking Russia, what is the common theme? Their economies are fucking trash. You cannot become a dictator without trashing your economy. That's just the facts.
You need your public. You need your people poor, hungry, and need a job. Shut up and drink your vodka. Be glad you got one. Don't matter if they're pissing on you, giving you piss-ass wages or whatever. Be thankful you have a job. That's what he wants. And you're right in this, in the big picture. Because and you can see everything he has done. Dismantling every organization in this country. Just everything. And to weaken it. It's the job losses alone, just from this bullshit. They've already shuttered plants in Mexico, which already forced layoffs here in the United States. You know, he is.
It just amazes me. Trump is also, one of his characteristic traits, other than being a pathological liar, is literally contradicting himself on fucking everything.
Oh,
like you were saying,
when we want to
try, he's attacking fucking the unions. He doesn't want people to fight for fair wages. We don't want to do anything about, fucking minimum wage. And this whole idea of bringing jobs back. What do you need to have a job boom in this country? Well, you need to not fucking attack the manufacturing sector, all these job sectors. And maybe one of the things you shouldn't have done on fucking day one is literally fucking kill Joe Biden's fucking infrastructure plan.
Oh, yeah, from the get-go, that had to go. And that was working, baby. That was putting people to work. He is out to this. Yes, if Joe Biden did it, he's out to this man. Technical advisor. Hey, while we pause, let me thank Benjamin Bowen, who came in with a $2 donation. And again, it didn't pop up. If you don't if you don't make a comment with your donation, it doesn't pop up, and we want it to pop up because we want you recognized on the screen there. The little thing pops up. Anyway, oh Lord, let me see here. I'm going to pull somebody up because we haven't heard from her in a while, and let me see. Oh Lordy. Yep. I'm sorry, I'm trying to get my bearings here.
It's always nice to hear from a scorned woman.
Yes. Lady Freedom rocks. How are you
Hello,
doing, dear?
Blue Bob. All the ships at sea. I hope everyone's having a better time than I am.
Oh, Lord. Rough times all around right now. And I have a feeling they're going to get worse.
Considering my ship prices are about to go up.
What's that?
Well, with this tariffs down here in southern Arizona, we get a lot of our food from Mexico. A lot of it. That's how a lot of people can afford to eat. Like,
I think you have your. Do you have a speaker up behind you, Lady Freedom?
I probably do. I don't know how to. Let me try turning it off. Hang on.
Okay, getting
I'm
a
using
little
a speaker.
feedback from it.
I'm sorry.
That's all right. It's
See what I
probably
can
my ears. Not working right.
Ah.
That'll be fine.
I'm trying to get it switched now. Let me tell you, it's when
That's
it
all right.
rains it for me, and I can't get it to turn off. It's too bad.
That's okay. That's all right. We'll see if we can get something going here. Anyway, boy, howdy shit. I'm trying to move the mouse to the wrong one. Yelly Man, how are you? I'm not hearing anything.
Give him a
Hello,
minute.
John. I'm
Oh,
here.
there
I'm
you
here.
are. How
Hello.
you doing?
Yeah. No, I'm just laughing at you because of the tariffs.
Yeah, it's. I'm sure everybody around the world's getting a good laugh out of this. Unfortunately, it's gonna cause a whole lot of pain.
It is, yeah.
If you have a 401k, I'm pretty sure you took a hit today.
Our economy, I mean, my country doesn't trade too much with the United States, but I mean, but other countries are going to take a hit, and this is dumb for the American people because you are going to take a hit, and
Yes.
it's going to affect you.
Immediately. Immediately. They was talking on it's going to hit
on the.
your breakfast table because the price of coffee is going to go up. We
I
don't
know,
grow
but
coffee
I mean,
here.
I don't
Yeah.
know what penguins eat. Maybe he's gonna if they eat sardines or so, he's probably gonna tax sardines.
Well, we're going to
I
tax
guess.
anything them penguins try to send up here. They're
Yeah,
I don't
yeah.
know what they're trying to sell. Maybe some fish or something. But they're
Yeah,
going to have to
we
pay.
don't know that.
Anybody
they're
trying to
not
import,
trying, but I'm sure they're not trying to sell fly land because
Yeah.
they're not pretty good at that.
It is.
So,
It just points. That little story just points to the absurdity of how much thought they put into this. They didn't. They just willy nilly threw tariffs on everything. Upset the apple cart, and for what?
Asked for a list of countries and didn't think about doing research.
No, he didn't. No, and that's the penguin story. He didn't research anything. He just started
No,
throwing.
I get it. I just it's just amazing that the stupidity. I think that
Well, that's
it
what we
was
live
one
with
of
nowadays.
it was a Roman who put something funny in the main discourse tonight. He was talking about king, one of the king of the Greeks. He was whipping the ocean because he wanted to punish the ocean.
Oh, yes, I saw that. Yeah, punish the
yeah,
ocean, so let's whip the ocean. Yeah,
yeah,
had guys out there
this
with whips hitting the. Yeah,
yeah, and this is the same thing. It's just as stupid, I mean,
it's
he's just like-
ignorance at its highest level.
yeah.
But
This
there-
is
you-
this is yeah. It's like pumping your
ignorance.
fist at the clouds.
But it depends upon the desired outcome. He's not worried
It's
about
like,
how much you have to pay for a damn thing. He's concerned about how much money his buddies are going to make.
did you see that he didn't put a single dime on Russia?
Nope. Or
Nothing.
Saudi Arabia.
Or North Korea, if I remember correctly.
Or North Korea.
No.
Yeah, we import a lot from North Korea.
He put 15% on Norway, and he put 10% on our islands, Svalbard, and another island called Billionaire. They're right outside of Greenland.
You know.
Nothing, because I mean, and you have a trade. We have a trade deficit with you.
Yeah, but when you have a trade deficit, it means that we buy more from you than
buy
you
more
buy
from us, and
right. And
no, we buy more from you than you buy from us. So why does he want to punish us? I mean, what the fuck? What's the logic behind
what
this?
the fuck?
So
What the fuck? You're right.
Well, and
Neil Rose just put in there the tariffs have started the Great Depression. It did. And the tariffs before that, I just seen a news article. Can't remember shit about it, but there was a depression prior to the 1930s depression, and it was predicated by stupid tariffs. So
This guy-
if you don't
this
learn from
fucking-
history, you're doomed to repeat it.
there's people, but that's just sad. We always repeat mistakes. We never learn.
Yeah.
I think
We have a
this is
tendency to repeat the same mistakes over and
Yeah.
over and over again, expecting a different result every time.
Yeah.
We're pretty good at that.
Well, he
Trump has been
he
Go ahead,
dropped a
Kurt.
gold. He dropped a nice golden nugget in this worldwide tariff plan because he decided that Ukraine, I guess they need a 10% tariff.
Yeah.
He
Are
put
we
a
kidding?
tariff on. Did he put a tariff on Ukraine? Are you kidding me?
He put a 10% tariff on Ukraine, which already has an economy that's struggling from war to defend itself from a fucking tyrant, and that tyrant
And he
didn't see
puts
a
a tariff
fucking
on them.
no tariffs on Russia whatsoever. And Carolyn Levitt, she said U.S. sanctions on Moscow already, and I quote, preclude any meaningful trade. So she's trying to say, we have
We don't
sanctions on Moscow, so why would we tariff them?
Yeah.
You know
We're
what?
saying-
Here's what I got to say. This is what I got to say to this stupid bimbo.
What?
Ukraine's economy is already bad, and imposing tariffs on them is a kick in the teeth when they're trying to defend themselves. Russia got kicked in the teeth with sanctions because they fucking deserved it for
Yeah,
fucking
but we
with a
put
free
sanctions
nation.
on Russian oil, shit like that. We don't import Russian oil. He put sanctions on Russia that don't mean shit.
Right.
If you look at the whole big picture, everything from the tariffs, everything what he's been doing to our democracy, to our Department of Justice, whatever, all departments, he's trying to weaken and destroy this country as much as he can, and you can only think to what end, and the only reason he's that tied up with Russia, he's that tied up with Vladimir Putin.
There's
That he
no
would
doubt
weaken
about
and
that.
destroy
It's
our
for
economy,
everybody to
our
see, yeah.
everything, to hand it over to him.
I think what you need to do now is to realize you have a Russian asset in the White House, and you need to deal with that.
Yeah.
Based on national security, you need to get rid of it.
Well, unfortunately,
Well-
we have a thing called the Constitution, and we have to follow that.
Yeah, but I mean, you can impeach him.
The
can
method of
impeach him.
removal for him would be impeachment.
Impeachment, yeah.
And
So you
and-
need to win the next election so you can have
the
democratic
next election's in
lawmakers.
2 years, a little less than
I
that
know
now,
that.
but
I know that. I know
the midterms, and that's not presidential. That's just the possibility to take back the House and the Senate. Right now, they
I
control
know that,
everything.
but I mean,
Yeah, and that's what that puts.
But I
That
think
puts us
that-
in a difficult position. But
but I think he's going to do a lot of damage short term.
he's going to.
This is really simple for people on the right that are needing a reality check. There are economists, in other words, people who interpret the economy for a living. This
And
is
a lot
this
of
is
them are
what
on
they're
TV right
educated
now.
to do. And the Washington Post, which has not been very friendly to us in the past, we know this. They came out yesterday and said this is the stupidest trade war in history. These are the facts. Whatever bullshit Trump is trying to feed you red hats on the right, maybe some of you trolls that might be in YouTube right now watching our show, you got conned. You got conned,
Big
and
time.
you have to come to the reality
They were
that you
sold
made
on-
a fucking mistake.
They were sold patriotism on a plate. Fake patriotism, wave a flag. You know, hate your neighbor. You know, that's what he served up. And there's a lot of, you know, sticker shock going on right now. Let me catch up real quick. Henry Aguilar came in with a $2 donation. Henry, thank you very much. Pauline Hall, baby, watch it, came in with a $20 donation, and it said 8 more blue dots. Yes, dear, we have 8 more blue dots in the house. And Gregory Brown came in with a $20 donation and said, counting on the midterms is counting the chickens before they hatch. If the Democrats have something in the works, I wish they would at least give us a peek. Otherwise, I find the lack of response disappointing. Gregory, all of us are in that boat right now, and I just want to point out that I was really inspired by
Filibuster.
yes. All right,
Kirk
anybody?
told me about that guy who stood in the Senate and talked for
Yeah.
24 hours. Yeah.
25 hours.
25 hours.
25
Yeah.
hours.
25 hours
Right.
and 5 minutes. He
It had
stood
a
on
lot to do for morale that he did that. I think it boosted people's morale that he did that.
You know what boosts my morale?
in
I
my
gotta.
mind, it's
So
just,
I've already
fucking
I've
sorry.
already ranted here, but I'm gonna give a little bit of glimmer of hope here that I'm trying to hold on to, because sometimes we just have to hold on to any silver lining.
anything.
This is something
Never
that
let go.
this is actually something that Roman had brought up to me. There is a crack right now within the Republican Party. We have seen some Republicans in the Senate stand up with bipartisan support to impose
Sanctions.
the reversal on the Canadian tariffs. Now, here's the caveat to all this. Mike Johnson is a problem. This bill is probably
Big
going to
time.
die in the House. But we have to hold on to this moment right here, because there is not only bipartisan support in the Senate, there's bipartisan support in the House, both on 2 identical bills that says if Russia does not comply with a long-lasting peace plan, they need to be sanctioned. Just the fact that we had 25 Republicans in the Senate that voted with Democrats.
Right.
We have a crack in the wall, and I was talking to Roman the other day, and he said, in this moment right now, when you see signs of vulnerability within this Republican Party, go harder, stronger, bigger, and wider with your protests. Now is the time to raise our voice even more.
And
There's a
April
crack.
5th is, yep. April 5th is a good time to do that. As a matter of fact, Irene Marconi came in with a $10 donation and said, kudos to Senator Cory Booker. Congratulations to Susan Crawford. And April 5th is hands all over America. So, yeah, that's in a couple of days. As a matter of fact, I've got thoughts about that.
Sorry to say this, guys, but it looks like I got to leave the room. I got somebody showing up to help me around the house.
Well, outstanding then. Lady Freedom Rocks, take care of yourself, and thank you for stopping in, baby.
Take
All
care,
right, thank
lady.
You bet.
you. Bye.
No, and regarding
wait a
this
minute.
Wisconsin election, this was a much needed rebuke, because we needed a litmus test to see moving forward is on state level, does Musk mean anything to people with his money? And I mean, Wisconsin said, fuck you, your money doesn't matter to us, you're not buying our state.
I was so happy
So-
that election when Susan Crawford won. That was the big test, because we expected the loss down in Florida, 2 very red districts, but we made inroads in there too. The margins were much
Yes.
better this time, so we're making inroads there. But Wisconsin, That was the dividing line, baby. And Wisconsin stood up for a liberal judge, and in the face of Elon Musk handing out money and throwing money at people. Yeah, that was sweet. Enjoyed it.
Well, and I remember there was somebody that had brought up that we did win with a 55%, I think, on a 2023 special election that occurred in Wisconsin as well. But the difference here is that Susan Crawford won by even, I think it was 300,000 more votes than the liberal that won in 2023. So there is a shift going on here. And this is another thing that Roman says that he's seeing, is that at the ballot box level, even in Florida, because remember, Trump was a plus 30 in Florida in those districts, and we knocked it down to plus 10. That's huge. That's huge.
That's a hell of a encroachment on there. Speaking of Roman, are you with us?
Yes, hello. Thank you.
Hello, how you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. It's been a quiet day, which is already a blessing in my situation.
Yeah.
So I just wanted to catch up with. Kirk saying about the crack. I evaluate the situation through my prism, with the prism of looking at this through my war. And when was last time when Trump said something stupid about Ukraine? It was when he came up in public and said Ukrainians might become someday Russians, they maybe not, and then he went silent. After that, Vitkov appeared with the very same statement, like in a week. And it's been more than 2 weeks that he's been saying stupid things about us, so he's just getting silent. That means that he's trying to adjust his media strategy. And that means that he definitely suffers and feels the influence of people protesting against him. So yes, Kirk is right, the crack is small. Like, he's trying to redirect the arrows of blame from him, away from him, some other person.
Well, that goes along with, he came out with the little story the other day that Trump was pissed at Putin.
Yeah, he's just acting pissed, yeah.
I'm thinking that he had Putin's permission to say that. That's what I'm thinking. I do.
Opera is what that is.
Yeah, he has to, live up to some expectation here in the United States, and he knows he's up against the wall. So he probably went to Putin and asked him, I got to say something, my people are going to get mad at me.
Well, and this is something that we were discussing, Roman. Roman was characterizing this, that Trump acting like a bully towards Putin in the moment is Trump's attempt to actually try to calm down the resistance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is a trap.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's bullshit.
That he is listening.
It's just plain outright bullshit. His only intention in Ukraine is to weaken it as much as he possibly can. And I'm of the mindset, in Roman, not, my heart goes out to you and your country. Not one fucking inch.
Yeah. Not a centimeter. Less than an inch. Not a centimeter.
Yeah, not a centimeter. Nothing. Anything other than that is a victory for Putin. And that's what Donald Trump is trying to negotiate, a win for Putin. And it's bullshit. If we stood up with the EU the way we should be, this war would have a turning point.
Yeah, had Obama applied the very same sanctions as Biden did in 2014, none of them would have happened. None. All what was required to defeat the goal, just the sanctions.
If they'd sanctioned Russia in 2014, for Crimea, then he wouldn't have invaded Ukraine.
He wouldn't have taken the north.
No.
No, that's the weakness of letting him have Crimea. You give this man an inch, and he's gonna keep. He wants to re-implement the USSR. Yeah. So if he gets Ukraine, he's turning his attention to Poland and the Baltic states up there.
Yeah.
That's what this game plan plays out. So, hey, let me give a couple thanks out to James Tripp, who came in with $5 and said, my retirement account took a huge hit today. Those penguins better pay up. Yep, I'm telling you. Damn penguins. And Mega Wet Willie came in with $5 and said, "Don't know if seen, but CNN reported signs with blue dots mysteriously appearing in yards in the Wisconsin election." You know, we've seen that before. I would love to take credit for it because as far back as I could, we've done it. I was the first one to use that blue dot. Anyway, whether it's this family or whatever it is, I don't care. It's spreading. It is, and this is gonna do nothing but make people
I have
stand
a new
up
name
even
for
more.
Donald.
A new name?
We should call him. We should call Donald Trump Donald Mayor from now on.
Donald Mayor?
Yeah, you know,
Like
give
a
him Russian
nightmare?
name, you know. Yeah,
That's what he's
and
pretty
also
much
give
turning
him
into.
yeah, and also give him a little Russian-sounding name because he's like Comrade Trump. You can put in like
He
call him
is.
that. Mm.
He is.
Comrade
And he
Trump.
is.
Comrade
love it.
Trump.
Comrade Trump. That's what it is.
Yeah.
That's
No, I
exactly
mean, I
what
think
it
it's
is.
I think it's important to recognize that you know, for the first time since Donald Trump took office, there looks to be a little bit of a revolt going on in Congress. There is bipartisan support we have not seen yet until now, regarding these Canada tariffs and you know whatever we can
He's
make
getting
of
a
the
little
whole.
pushback.
Yes. This is exactly what we've been trying to do, is to crack this Republican Party. And as long as there's a crack there, we got to keep swinging the hammer.
Oh, shit,
got it.
yeah. Keep beating the shit out of it. That's what, and we need to keep that up. Again, you know, anything you can do. Talk, you know, being on this show, in the chat, that's a big plus. You're involved. You're concerned. You wouldn't be here if you weren't. You could sign petitions all day long, baby. You can call your congressman. We use your voice, baby. That's the biggest thing. We use our voice. And our
You know,
voice
and that
needs
just
to
goes
get
to
loud.
show. That just goes to show for everybody here listening and abroad that, you know, a lot of people here are fatigued by Donald Trump, and they think that, you know, me going out to a protest doesn't matter. Well,
it matters.
this gap that we closed in Florida, this Wisconsin with Supreme Court election that we won, and also the bipartisan in the House, according to what Roman is saying, he thinks that what the root cause of all of this is they are noticing our street level resistance. So this should be a fire underneath everybody's ass that this weekend coming up, when we have this hands off by Indivisible,
On the
go
5th.
there. Go to your state capital. Go there.
I'm thinking about doing exactly that. If the logistics works out, then I plan on being there. Yeah, it's about a 4.5 hour drive from here, and yeah. If you can, it makes you feel good. You know, I attended a protest down here in Corpus, and it made me feel good out there on the street with my sign, getting the thumbs up from people going by, getting the bird. Every once in a while, Republicans come by and they voice their opinion. I give it right back to them. But you meet people. You walk away with a damn good feeling that you participated in, and that needs to grow. Our voices need to get louder. So,
Yes,
You know,
especially when they have shown right now the sign of weakness.
Yes.
About this crack in Congress, yeah. And let me just bring another point about the tariffs. Like, if somebody is listening to this show and somebody thinks that the tariffs are beneficial, look up, try to find for yourselves, is there any kind of a lawful mean to account how much and to which article of the budget all that income will go? How do you account all those money that are supposedly to be flowing in your budget by those tariffs? Trump didn't bring up any mean. It's just tariffs by being tariffs.
that's it.
You know, like when you generate an income, you calculate your money, then you subtract some percentage from it. I don't know how it works in the United States, but this is just the basics. To track all the income for all the countries that Trump tariffs has applied on, it takes a big team. It will require like a separate department to be set up by the Congress. So all of that is just not only fake, but being a stupid fake. I mean, like, the tariffs are real. but nobody is going to feel any effect from it, except for you're paying more for the products.
Yeah, except the consumer. That's who's going to feel it. Because that price, like they've been saying, and it's just logical, the company that imports that product is not going to absorb that cost. They're going to pass it on.
They didn't come up with the plan.
They
didn't come up with the plan how much money those tariffs are going to generate. Nobody knows it.
You know, and here's just a real on its face fact. Tariffs in the history of this fucking world, a tariff that has been imposed on another country, those countries have never, let me say this again, never paid one single penny to our country when we tariff them. It's never happened. It's never happened. So when Donald Trump comes out and says, we're going to get billions and billions of dollars from these countries by imposing tariffs on them, I'm here to tell everybody listening, that is a flat-out lie.
That's a fucking lie.
Lie.
Companies are not going to we're not going to into our coffers, into our tax system.
No, it's the only one that's going to get hurt is the people who have to pay more for the products. But
the only one that's going to profit are those with wealth that can benefit. You know, people make money when the market goes up and when the market goes down. There's money to be made.
The problem here is that European Union and Canada are going to hit you back with tariffs. So products from America is not going to be that popular in the West anymore because they're going to be more expensive. So probably going to trade more with China, which is not a good thing for you in America, you know?
We have a trade imbalance because we have a large appetite in this country for a lot of things, and we want them cheap. And that's what motivated the global economy that we have now.
Right.
You can't, you can't, as they were pointing out with coffee and bananas and stuff, there's some things you just can't grow here. You can't get here. You have to import them if you want them. And, you know, it's, yeah.
Mr. Shake, what's wrong with your mic? It's something, it's cutting in. I don't know. It sounds like you have like,
I didn't hear her say Miss Chick, say something?
I'm talking right now, but I wasn't talking before.
Okay.
No, but I mean, it's like,
she's fine.
Yeah, okay.
Anyway.
It is doing
I mean, even Maria Bartiromo on Fox News, you know, all the Red Hats love Fox News, don't they? Well, you know what? Yeah. Even Maria Bartiromo had to come out and say that Trump is crashing the economy. So, I mean, how many different directions do we have to come at these people and throw facts at them before they fucking get it?
And if he says that other countries have the tariffs on them, like we're doing this in response, yes, some countries do have the tariffs on their products. But who is suffering from those tariffs, except for the citizens of these very same countries? The citizens of the country that apply the tariffs pay for the tariffs. Nobody else.
Nobody else. Yeah. Nobody else, yeah. And that's the big lie. That's the big lie that Trump, you know, this whole thing is going to bring billions and billions of dollars into our country. Now, we can talk about the whole, you know, here's the thing, you know, his whole fucking crack pipe dream about, oh, we're going to bring manufacturing and all these jobs back to the country and shit. Well, you know what? You can't fucking mix oil and water together. This motherfucker is attacking our fucking job sector. So how are we going to bring jobs? Are we just going to bring more jobs back and then kill them all?
Yeah, just kind of going in the wrong direction there. Immediately, this is going to result in people losing their jobs. It's interrupting the flow of manufactured goods. As we said earlier, plants in Mexico have already shuttered down, which has already caused plants here in the United States to shut down and lay people off. And that's going to continue. And that's like a little ripple effect through a community when large amounts of people all of a sudden aren't getting a paycheck. You know, the store's not making as much money. Hell, the gas pump ain't making as much money. It puts people in a bind, and that's happening all over the place now. With the layoffs they've done through Doge, and
You know,
That guy.
and unless he plays the whole fucking game of, you know, rescinding this entire fucking plan, I'm here to tell everybody, my crystal ball says the stock market will not recover from this.
I
So
don't think they
there
are.
you go.
And they're talking about the percentage of the possibility of a recession happening are pretty damn high now, and it just follows through. You got people losing their job. You're increasing the cost of everything. You know, they're talking about cars, hell, everything.
Maybe this is Trump's plan. He wants to punish every single one, even including his own country. Maybe this is his punishment to everybody.
What is the goal of this plan?
He doesn't have a goal because he's twisted in his head. He's crazy.
Yeah.
There's no reason behind. He wants to stir up shit. He wants
I just
to make
see
things
him
hard.
trying to weaken this country as much as he can.
Yeah, he wants to weaken.
He wants to weaken us and
because
disable
he
us.
has a mandate from Putin to
And that
destroy
includes
his
our
own
military.
country. Yeah.
You know, putting Bozo in charge.
I think it was
headset.
something you said. I think it was something you said, John, in one of your rants. Nobody has done more to hurt America than Trump.
No. He has damaged this country beyond what
Yeah.
He is the oh shit. Sometimes words escape me.
The emperor.
He is the result of what was Khrushchev said? Not Khrushchev said.
No, yeah, that you were going to destroy America.
Yeah, destroy America from within.
From within.
Well, there you go, Donnie. He's
Lenin. It was Vladimir Lenin. Yeah.
Was it Lenin? There you go. That
Which
said that
one?
we will not
John
destroy
Lennon
you
or
from
Paul?
without. We will destroy you from within, and that's exactly what they're doing. You know.
Did John Lennon say that?
Not John Lennon.
No, that was a joke.
Not John, but the Vladimir.
John Lennon.
You know, it's like I said earlier. If you look around the world to all the strongmen dictators that run their countries, you will not find one country where there is a dictator that is presiding over a booming economy. It does not exist.
Yeah.
No, because
Absolutely.
dictators are there to rape the coffers. That's why they want to be dictators, so they can control everything. They take.
This is
everything.
all about one man.
Trump
It's just
is no different.
everything points at one man at the Oval Office. It's just him. And when people protest, they need to point it out.
Right. And what were you saying, Roman, about our messaging when we go to protests?
Yeah.
What was your advice to the American people on our messaging?
Just if you will be bringing up the signs, keep the messages on those signs as short as possible. Just 2 words, like
Don't put a whole
impeach
paragraph.
Trump and the others that I prefer, weapons for Ukraine and sanctions for Russia.
You know,
There you go.
Because
that brings
he's the
up-
reason. Yeah.
Did you see the photograph of Trump standing on the stage talking about his tariffs when he's holding up a chart chart?
I did.
Yeah.
It's a big picture of him, and he's up on the stage, and he's holding up a chart, report on tariffs, it says, and there's a whole bunch of lists and you know, blocks on the side where the percentages are and all that shit. Nobody can fucking read that. The camera can't read it. The people in the audience can't read it. The only one that can read it is him. And because he has to. That's why he's holding it up, so he can name out a country and tell you how much the tariffs are and the trade deficit and all.
It's just random numbers.
It's a random number generator.
And most of it probably made up bullshit. You know how he is about exaggerating everything. Everything.
We just got lucky that it is 10% on us, not 100. Could have been added another 0. It would have been much more worse.
Hold on. He may not be done. Juanita.
Hey, what's up?
Same old shit, different day. He's trying to destroy the world, so you know, we're just hanging
he's
around.
a freaking embarrassment.
He is.
And when he was up on stage with his, all I could think of was a kid, about a 3rd grader maybe. It's school, maybe up at the blackboard or something, and
yes,
and you know, all the stuff on it. It didn't matter. He could have just put bullshit. You know, well, it's bullshit anyhow. But I mean, he could have put anything on there,
Could have
and you know he
teleprompter up
didn't do
there
that.
making it look like he actually knew something. But he has
Oh
to
yeah,
hold up
well,
this chart. And it just, the optics of it just kills me. Because
Yeah.
nobody
Well-
can read it. You know,
I know.
Really fucking writing.
Actually, John, I'm getting trying to get my head right for Saturday because I'm going to the hands-off protest
Awesome.
Outstanding.
Awesome.
in
Outstanding.
Montgomery, Alabama.
Wow. In deep red Alabama. You go, girl. That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's
so
where
all
it
I got to
needs to
do
be.
now. Exactly. Well,
It needs
you know,
to be
I
in
was
deep
gonna
red
go-
states.
Exactly. But no, there's one in. They're having one in Dothan too. But unfortunately, they're also. Well, never mind. I ain't gonna say that. They're having one in Dothan, and I thought at first, you know, that I'll just go to that one because it's closer, and I know the Dothan area better than I do Montgomery. I don't know
Right.
Montgomery, but and I thought go there because you know it's a smaller town, and you know they need as many people. Blah blah blah. But then I thought about the I don't know. It's just that you know Montgomery has been the center of the civil rights movement
Indeed.
since all this, you know, crap started. And so I thought, you know, how perfect, you know, to be there. How perfect. But you know what? I've got a great t-shirt I'm going to wear. Unfortunately, the front of it is blank, but the back of it says, never underestimate an old woman with the DD 214.
There you go,
Veteran.
baby. There you go.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah, so yeah, I'm kind of glad. Now this is provided I can find the damn place, find a place to park, and get.
I'm-
But no, I'm going.
I've got
But
my
you
sign
know
in the back of the car. Huh?
You were encouraging about it for me to go. Not personally to me, but I guess it was Sunday night when you know we were all talking about the April 5th and all that, and I had thought about you know want to sign up and all that, and I said no, damn it, I'm going. They're not gonna. It's
Nope.
just, you know, Trump is such an embarrassment to us. He is our friggin' president.
And
He's
it's a little
the-
hard to accept. I know it. And it's only
Yes,
been, what,
it is.
8 weeks, 9
I
weeks?
know.
Ain't been no time yet. Look at the shit he's already caused.
Oh,
What do you think he's going to
Never
do in
before.
4 years?
well, he's going to try to keep his job. That's what he's going to do.
Yeah, yeah. And
But by God, not if.
Yeah, he's not paying attention to the court, so, you know, he's got that down pat.
Well,
You know.
well, the thing is I'm glad that it looks like the courts are not just, everybody's not just granting him everything like they have been.
The court has
Yeah.
stood up against him in a couple of issues.
Yeah, well,
So,
a crack. There's a crack.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
that crack. Well, you know, because a lot of some of what he's tried to pull is just blatantly unconstitutional. And
Oh, I know, and he doesn't care. He doesn't
give
know.
a shit. Doesn't give a
He
shit.
doesn't know, and he doesn't care.
He's trying to pay, you know, just ignore the courts. And I'm looking at this case, you know, the case when they didn't turn around the airplanes. You know, what
Right.
is what is going to be the result of that? Right now it's oh shit.
I do believe it's up for briefing at the Supreme Court, so we could find
Mm.
out within a day or two here a very monumental decision.
I think
There
the
you
worst
go.
thing they could have done, I mean, is when the Supreme Court granted him immunity from things that, you know, different acts that
Gave
I
him
don't
partial
think,
immunity. Yeah.
yeah, but I don't think that Donald understood that. I believe that he took it as, woohoo, you know, I can
Yeah.
do what I want.
Oh yeah.
I'm free to
Yep.
do anything. And he doesn't
And
know
he
the
is.
Constitution. He doesn't know, you know, what he can do and what he. The asshole was president for 4 years, got reelected, and he still doesn't know nothing. Anything,
Well,
excuse me.
The headline over here, what is this? It's on CNN. It says Trump tariff shock Wall Street. Markets post worst day since 2020. When was the last time Donald was in office? Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What a coincidence.
Yeah, what a coincidence. Yeah, he's doing the same damn thing. He's walking around NATO, kicking everybody in the shins. This time it's even worse. He's threatening to pull out of leadership in NATO. You know, he's putting tariffs on every fucking country in the world except Russia and Saudi Arabia, buddies. You know,
How more obvious can you be?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. He is trying to create a new world order, I guess, or where we're aligned with Russia and
like.
yeah. And this thing in Ukraine, Roman, I just
God.
It just
that
kills
makes
me
crazy,
because
that whole issue.
if Russia is successful in Ukraine, then China's going
to stop there.
China's going to start looking a whole lot more seriously at Taiwan.
Right.
And what are we going to do there?
I know.
What are we going to do there?
First of all, for me, if Russia is successful here, I'm highly likely that this is very simple for me. It goes much more simpler. And after that, yes, you're right. China will perform its appetite towards Thailand.
Taiwan.
Taiwan. Sorry.
Yeah, we'll see the opening, see the weakness in the United States, and without the backing of NATO. This is a world chess game here, and Donnie's just knocking over.
Yeah, it's a chess game, but we're human beings that they're getting
playing
messed
checkers
with.
though.
Yes,
he's a checkered head with people that are playing chess.
Playing chess.
Yeah, he's still thinking he can jump somebody, and that's it.
Oh hell!
It is. It's a sad situation. It's going to get worse.
And that's why I appreciate Roman's input when he comes in here, because Roman is really good at understanding the chess game and how to advise us on how we move our pieces on the chessboard against Trump. And that's really valuable, like this crack in the wall we see here and everything. And, our resistance at street level getting bigger, louder, stronger. And, those concise messages, like going to your protest and just having a sign with 2 words: remove Trump, remove Trump, remove Trump. That's it.
Yes, because nobody's going to be reading the sentences of the signs.
Yeah.
And the people you're trying to appeal to, they are... Yeah.
My son, my daughter-in-law made one for me. It's Trump as a clown, and on the top, above it says, "It's like the clown, you get a circus." And really nice artwork. She did a real good job on it. But on the other side of that sign is a bunch of hands holding up little round paddles with indescribable words on them, and it says, "Paddles aren't enough. Do your fucking job." And we're starting to see that. And Jamie Raskin's, not Jamie Raskin, Cory Booker's speech.
Oh man, yeah.
That was inspiring, and we need more of that. We need more of that.
Oh yeah.
And we do.
Yeah. And there are people. There's more people within the Democratic Party that are stepping up. It was led by AOC and Bernie Sanders, who really started getting out there and pushing the, showing up at town hall.
Well, it was about the same time that the Republicans were running from their town hall people, their constituents.
Yeah.
And then, Bernie and AOC was out there. Right. Hey, we'll talk to you.
Yeah.
And so,
you want to bitch about your Republican representative? Come on over. We'll listen to you.
Bring it on.
But you got to remember, in the back of our head, there is a little thing going in there going, "We told you. We tried to tell you."
Oh, boy.
But we'll listen to you. We want you on our side. But there's a little part of us inside going, "You fucking dumbass. We told you." The handwriting was on the wall. Of course, we have to accept the responsibility. We did not win. That's on us. We can't blame that on Trump. We just have to recognize how Trump got there.
Well,
And hate.
the money.
Oh.
Elon Musk. I mean, I wish that we could find out the truth of just how much money came out of his pocket.
The
to buy
damage that
shit.
Elon Musk, we haven't even started to see yet.
I
It's
know.
They're
It's
hitting
not-
around that Donnie's going to run him off because his popular. He's going to have to leave because if not, he's going to have to disclose a whole lot of shit.
Yeah,
he
he's
can't-
already done his damage,
Yeah, he's already got the information he wanted.
right?
And out of everything he did, the one guy keeps. What the fuck was he doing at the CIA? What
Yeah.
the fuck? He had free reign within our whole system, and I don't trust that man as far as I can spit. He's an arrogant
I saw-
shit.
I just,
Huh?
I just
Yeah.
remembered something, John.
Yeah, sorry. It's
but-
not only money
I'm
that
sorry.
brought him into office. Not only money, because money didn't work out in Wisconsin. It's
No.
the people that voted for Trump. And like our main job, I mean, your main job is to convince those people that they were wrong. Yeah, so money
Yeah.
doesn't play the key role here.
Right.
The big role was played by just the simplest of things, hate, because he campaigns on hate. Ain't nothing that man says is positive. It's decisive. I mean, divisional. Decisive.
He
Shit.
makes
Well-
it acceptable to be nasty, to let all your,
Yes.
hateful, all the hate for anything that you've got in you. That's a good thing. Oh yeah, baby, bring it on. That's how he works.
I kind of wonder if people really start waking up when the richest man in the world goes to his state, puts a slice of cheese on his fucking head, and then proceeds to say that if we don't elect this far right judge, it's going to be the end of civilization as we know it. You have to sit there and listen to this guy and go, God, I think he might be losing his fucking marbles.
You reckon?
No, it's the
Reckon-
ketamine talking.
It's all visual for them, though. The chainsaw. Yeah, I'm going to take a chainsaw to the government. I'm going to save my audience. It's optics for them. It just blends in with the fucking hate. Hate somebody. Hate, we're going to chop the shit out of the government because the government sucks. You are the fucking government now, you idiot. Anyway.
I saw something on YouTube today, and I don't remember who it was, but they were calling for him to be drug tested. Like most government employees.
Elon
drug
Musk?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he'd pass.
Well, no, I think he's, ketamine. Ketamine is something you don't
I
mess
think he'd have to
around
get
with.
somebody else to piss in the bottle for him.
Oh, of course. There's
Yeah.
Boy, howdy.
That's the way that would go. Hey, let me thank
Oh, yeah.
let me thank Diana Mallory, bequeather of the gong and secret squirrels. He came in, oh Lord, 17 minutes ago with a $5 donation. Said, "Hello, Blue Dots. My only thing I have to say to the MAGAs is, we told you so.
Yeah.
We told you so. Thank you, baby. I'm happy to see you out there. I'm still sitting here concerned about Dorothy Tillman and what she is doing on here. I know she's in the hospital, and I think she had a heart attack.
Oh, my.
Yes. Boy, howdy shit. Yes,
she's
sir.
here, so that's a
Yes.
good sign.
If you do, shit, half of what, y'all know why I didn't have a show the other day. Y'all know.
Right. Yep.
But I'm not, I am constantly reminded that I'm not the only one in this family that is suffering, that has heartache. This is a pretty damn good sized family that we have here. And I always tell y'all, this show is not about me. I do my rants. That's my 2 cents, baby. This is about y'all and this family that we've grown. And there is a lot of heartache in this family.
It's about us and you and how we sort of.
Now y'all just needed a pretty face. That's all.
Yeah, we'll be better with you.
That's a lie.
I just love your beard. It's just
Yeah, that's
so
it.
great.
The beard ain't never going away. I know what I look like underneath this thing. No,
Well, we
it
saw
ain't
that
happening
when
anymore.
Biden got elected because he shaved it off.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm not doing it again, because I saw that. And I thought, oh, shit, this ain't happening. Boy, howdy shit.
Oh my God.
All right.
Oh, you know,
What?
there's the other thing I saw on the website for Hands Off when I was signing up. Was there something that you was talking about, like making your signs very simple and things like that? Well, they're selling buttons and I think T-shirts too that say 8647.
86.
So you know what 86 means. If you're going to
Yeah.
86 something, you're
Get
going
rid
to
of 'em.
dump it.
Dump it.
And
Get rid of 'em.
47 is
8647. Used to be
Yeah.
8645.
yeah.
Now it's 8647. We fucked up.
Boy,
we
yeah,
fucked
the
up.
nice little coded message.
This
that's
is-
not really coded.
Yes, the sad thing is, it's going to take a lot to recuperate from this. This is not.
Oh, I know.
This is our ills are not going to go away overnight, especially now with these tariffs. You know, like I always say, the deal could be struck. Those prices, the tariff could go away. Those prices aren't going to come down. Once prices go up, they might dribble down a little bit, but they're never going to go back to where they were.
No, they're not.
No.
And you know what? What about our standing in the world? We used to be the country
That's
that
gone.
could be
That's
relied on. I know
Believe
that.
me,
And
it's
I'm just
completely
saying,
destroyed.
that bothers me. And if I was one of the other countries, are you kidding me? I could never trust again. Let me put it that way.
No.
No,
And that's all-
it's just been done harm that will never be able to get fixed because Trump has really destroyed your reputation in the world. It's
Right.
really bad.
It makes
by
me
design.
angry.
By
Oh, I know.
design, he's treating the EU like shit. He's threatening to back out of
Canada?
NATO. Yeah,
Canada, you know.
our closest neighbor. Are you shitting me? That's who you want to pick a fight with? Not Russia? Not
No,
Russia for
he's-
the invasion of Ukraine? No, we're gonna Canada. That's who we're gonna get. Fuck me. Come on, man.
There is something wrong with him as in mental health issues. Seriously, not, just trying to slam him or
He's a
anything like that.
psychopath. He's a psychopath.
Uh-huh.
And that is
Well,
a very disturbing
it makes you
diagnosis.
wonder how the man got elected. When you hear him speak, the man never says shit. He
No,
never
and he goes
says
in a circle.
anything.
Didn't he congratulate Musk with interfering, with the machines and stuff?
Oh yeah.
you-
Oh, he was on the stage.
You're
right
gonna
after
hear
talking
more about that.
Elon
You're
Musk
gonna hear
really
more
knows
about
those
that in the
voting
future.
machines.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I
that
don't.
little
I,
comment, yeah, it's stuck in my head
personally,
too.
I don't think Trump won
Yeah,
this election.
a
I
lot
think
of
he
us
lost.
think, yeah, what the fuck?
Well, I tell you
Yeah.
what, I'm going to be real pissed off if I find out that we had to go through all this we're going through right now because Elon Musk played with the machines.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Hey, let me call out Silly Bebo. Came in with a $2 donation and says, gas prices are above $3 in Dallas-Fort Worth area. Boy, howdy shit. Yeah, get ready for everything to go up, baby. Yeah, I noticed that gas was getting more expensive here. We were up to, the other day I filled up, it was at $2.69, and 2 days later it was $2.80, and now I think it's about $3. Yeah, but for us, you got to remember the fucking refinery is right across the street.
Yeah.
They got tankers filled up with gasoline. I mean, that's what we refine here. We refine gasoline. We refine jet fuel. That's what we do here. Yeah, so.
Yeah, when you look at everything, when you look at the price of gas going up, when you look at groceries going up, when you look at the stock market going down, and when you hear projections that we could actually see inflation of 4.5% or higher as a result of these trade wars, this is where the people on the right have to realize the guy you voted for ran on a campaign of fucking lies. Total
Indeed.
lies.
Everything was going to come down. The prices were going to drop
Hatred
immediately.
and lies.
Yeah.
Hatred and lies. Yeah.
It was
Hey,
a load
aloha,
of bullshit.
John.
Hello,
Aloha, John.
Dangerous. Aloha. How are you doing?
I'm doing good. I want to ask you a quick
You're in
question.
Hawaii.
How far away?
It's a ridiculous
How far
question
away
to be
is
asking.
water? How far away is Water's Edge Park from you?
Waters Edge Park, not too far. No, it's in
Yeah, well,
it's
guess
over in
what?
Portland.
It's in Corpus Christi, right?
Well, yeah, in the
Yeah.
Corpus area, Bay Area. Waters Edge
Yeah,
Park. Oh, yes, it is.
South Shoreline Boulevard. If you're there between
That
4
is
and
where
6
I went to
p.m.
the protest.
Well, that's where
See,
they're
my-
going to also have hands-off protests for you this coming Saturday. So you
This
don't have
coming
to drive.
Saturday,
so
the
far.
5th.
Yep.
I know, but
Yep.
I'd really like to try to make it to Austin.
Well, if you
Yeah.
make it to Austin, that's fine.
If-
And also San Antonio. There's 10 different cities across Texas that are doing the hands-off. So I just wanted to.
Yeah.
I pulled that up off of mobilize.us for you.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
No
Yeah,
problem.
what is that?
By
That's
the
the exact
way,
same place that the
Yeah,
previous
we went last
protest
time,
that I
right?
went to before is the same place.
Yeah, according to what it says here, it says hands off. Coastal Bend fights back. So
There you
go.
go. There you go. Yes, we have a pretty large. Here where I live in Corpus Christi, our district used to be blue until the Republicans got hold of the state legislature and redistricted the state and took our coastal community district that made sense and turned it into, Corpus Christi's in that district, but then it goes straight up towards a whole lot of ranch land up damn near to San Antonio.
Touch
that's
your
a hell of a
microphone.
long way.
Touch your microphone cord. Touch your microphone cord. Microphone cord.
I got it.
You're
I got it.
scratchy. There you go. Well, that's good. I mean, I'm prepping. I mean, Saturday's going to be a big thing. We're doing it out in front of Whole Foods. Jeff Bezos, has a 4 next to Steven Tyler. So we're doing it in front of Whole Foods in Kahului. In fact, I got my shirt on one of them. I'm hoping the other one shows up. But mine right here, it has a picture of a grizzly bear with a salmon in its mouth. And it says, protect our national parks, defund Doge. It says parks, not profits. And I got another one coming in. Hopefully by Saturday, it'll hopefully be here. But it's basically a picture of Smokey the Bear. And it says, only you, and then he's pointing at you, can fight fascism. Like fight
That's
forest
it.
fires, but the whole thing. Anyway,
And that's
so
what we're in this
hopefully-
for, because that's exactly what he's trying to do.
Only you,
Fascism
Daryl, can fight
coming-
fascism? Did he say that?
Oh,
too?
it says, remember the old Smokey the Bear thing? Only you can prevent forest fires. It's done in the same thing, except it says only you can prevent fascism. So it's got Smokey the Bear
Oh yeah,
with this.
I get it.
park.
I was
Yeah.
just joking with you. I was just like saying that.
I'm sure.
By the way, one of the last thing I want to say on this tariff thing is,
What's that?
you know what? Every time when I go to when I want to cook a steak, I don't burn the fucking house down.
Nice one. That's a nice one.
Well, first
Oh,
off, you
God.
have to be able to afford the steak.
Yeah, that's cool.
Which I did. Oh, by the way, oh Lord, yeah, my mind and things don't always come. I got mail, and I'm not quite sure who I got it from, because there was no return. It was
As long
and
as
it was
it's not
a
a pipe
box
bomb.
of. It was a huh? It was you.
Just as long as it's not a pipe bomb.
No, it was. Have y'all seen the advertisements for?
Daryl,
Oh.
give his neighbor's badge to Jeff.
It's a meal. Oh shit!
It'll come to you.
Yeah, right after we end the show or some shit. Anyway, it's frozen. Very high quality. Oh shit! I'm trying to. You see the commercials for them all the damn time on TV.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I ate one today. Chicken with potatoes with green beans, and heated up in the microwave. Followed the directions. It was delicious. It'll come to me, damn it. Anyway, I don't know who sent it. So if you sent it, say something.
Everybody, quick jump! It was me. It was me.
Yeah. Well,
John, it might not have been a good idea to eat food sent anonymous.
Well, this was. I trust my blue dots. As a matter of
I
fact,
know. I'm just.
I missed. As a matter of fact, I heard from Karen Cormier, one of our blue dots up in Maine, and talked to Donna Bonacosi, who is, if y'all don't remember Donna Bonacosi is a blue dot from Boston, and her husband Fred knows very well. I'm in love with Donna's voice. She's got a heavy Boston accent. Go to the park, park the car. I love talking to her on the phone and everything. Donna's had a medical condition and hasn't been with us for a while, but she's still
Sounds
out
like
there.
JFK. Sounds like
just,
JFK.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I just, we talk on the phone. I'd tell her husband, I just love your wife's voice, period. I'm sorry. Shit.
Did you see that declassification of that JFK thing? And they had a hearing in the Congress with Oliver Stone.
Oliver Stone, yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
About JFK and stuff like that.
He's opening up a whole new investigation on that.
Yeah.
Oh,
it would be
that'll
nice
never
if
go away. That'll never go away.
No, but I
the
mean,
Kennedy assassination.
Here's my take on that. I believe Lee Harvey Oswald did the shooting. I have no doubts about that. But I think that he might have been encouraged, or that some people pushed him to do it, and because there's so many weird circumstances.
There are a lot of circumstances.
Yeah.
He was on the was it CIA or FBI? I think it was the CIA.
No, he lived in Russia. Harvey Oswald lived in Russia.
Yes.
And he
came back. Yeah, so he was being watched. Ain't no doubt.
And he was he was visiting communist embassies and stuff. So there is a rumor that something that LBJ found out that it was probably Russia, or it was probably Cuba who was behind it, and that they decided to keep it quiet to avoid World War III. That might be a scenario.
Yeah, could be.
Well, the mystery of who it came from was just solved.
Oh yeah.
Now, if she would put in the chat real quick, I forgot the name of it. Damn it! It was Pauline Hall that sent that, and I thought so. And I talked to her earlier, and she said she might have and couldn't remember because something happened on the phone. Anyway, Factor, that's what it was. Thank you, Pauline. It was Factor. Y'all seen the advertisement on TV for Factor? Nice little meals there. You pull them out and drop them in the microwave. They're high quality. Got 4 of them in the mail. Thank you, Pauline. They were delicious, by the way. Oh, look at there.
Hey, by the way, John.
Yes.
Oh no, go ahead. No, go ahead. You got.
All right. Let me thank Colonel Klink, who came in with a $20 donation and said, "Been a while for me. I have stepped away for a few months, but we are protesting this weekend in San Antonio. Can't stop.
Hey.
Love you guys." Colonel Klink, thank you very much. And it has been a little while since you've been here, but I'm glad to see you in there. And yes,
I see nothing. I know nothing.
I know nothing. No, that's Sergeant Schultz.
Oh, Sergeant Schultz. Colonel Klink, that's right. He was the commander, correct?
Yeah, he was the commander. Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of us grew up with.
By the way, you want to know, in that show, Hogan's Heroes, you know who owned one of the radio stations here in Maui? Unfortunately, passed away about maybe 6-7 years ago. Was Ivan Dix, who was the black guy on Hogan's Heroes. He owned the radio station KONI here on Maui forever.
Can you repeat his last name, please?
Ivan Dix is his name. He was the black guy on Hogan's Heroes, the guy who would always put the radios together. Yeah, he was the black guy, and he owned the radio station here. His name was Ivan Dix. He passed away maybe, I don't know,
Michael,
7-8 years ago. Hey, by the way, somebody sent me something that I think you should
hear. It wasn't me. What?
I was going to tell you that somebody sent me something that was written in the Nation. It might have been just maybe about a month ago, but it says, if this is approved, it will end our country as we know it. This is the Enabling Act of the 1930s. And it says this executive order does the following. All federal agencies, including independent regulatory commissions, are now under direct White House control. Regulations that cannot be issued without presidential approval. The Office of Management and Budget, OBF, is now withhold funding from independent agencies if they don't align with White House priorities All federal employees must follow the President and Attorney General's interpretation of the law, eliminating legal independence. A White House liaison is to be installed in every independent regulatory agency to enforce direct presidential control. And this basically ends the concept of independent regulatory agency dismantling one of the last barriers to absolute executive power.
And if we look back at history,
break it down. This was an article that was put up in the Nation, I guess maybe about a month ago, and it's just part of the whole power grab that's happening.
Anyway, as I was saying, if you look back, and it is, you can see similarities between 1930s Germany and the same way Putin took over in Russia. It's the same modus operandi. It's the same methods.
1905, George Santayana. Those that do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it.
Anyway, and look there, talk about people I haven't heard from in a while. I'm glad to hear from you. Stephanie Dean came in with $5, said, hey, BDF, Jay and I send our love. And therein, Stephanie Dean, and there's the romance of the Blue Dot family, baby. I told you, there are a lot of connections that have been made in this family. There's the romantic one right there. Anyway, I had a request a little while ago to play the song. So to put a smile on everybody's face. The Republicans now can just shut the fuck up. Because nobody asked you, bitch. I need you to shut the fuck up, bitch. 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 Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Bow, bow. That was, there you go, Jamie B. That was.
What is it, John? Are we tired of winning all the time?
Oh yeah, that's what we are. We're tired of winning. Win. That's all we do around here now. Yep, America just win.
You were going to win so big.
Yeah. Sold a pile of bullshit to a bunch of ignorant assholes is what he did.
Yeah. By the way, we only got 9 days left. Did you know that? 9 days left before Donald Trump will be dead, according to The Simpsons, because they forecast that on April 12, 2025, they showed Donald Trump in a casket with all Simpson characters around him.
Really?
So he's got 9 more days left.
Okay. Seeing into the future,
Well,
right?
Simpsons are pretty good predictors. I don't know how the hell they do it, but you know, there's reels you can watch where they show Simpsons that they forecast shit that was going to happen in the future. I don't know. Maybe they got a crystal ball. Haven't figured that one out. But
Are you starting a new business in Hawaii where you kind of read people's fortunes now, Daryl?
Yeah. Got a crystal ball there.
No, but you know what? My lifelong job has been to read between the lines.
Yeah.
I read between the lines. That's what I do. I do that really good.
Well, we all need to pay attention to what's between the lines. And
by the way, do you want to know something? One of my childhood friends today sent me from Oahu over at Pearl Harbor. The largest fucking billionaire yacht in the world is right there. It's called the Leto. The Leto. I've never seen anything quite like this. He went down to Pearl Harbor, took pictures of it, and sent me a video, and then also sent me to a link. In fact, the guy that owns this, his name is Joel Osterstein. It's worth $250 million. It's the world's largest fucking yacht. This thing has a helicopter pad on it. It's got a submarine that can drop out of the bottom where 7 people can go in it. It's got it is the most lavish fucking yacht on planet Earth. And he went down and he looked at it and showed a video. In fact, it's sitting off of Hawaii waters right now. And this guy, come to find out, he is worth $2 billion. And you know how he got all this fucking money? He's a German American entrepreneur. And the way he got his money was he helped take care of all the supply line food and also fuel to all of our soldiers in Afghanistan. And that's how he made all of his fucking money. And he's got the world's largest fucking yacht.
He's a war prophet.
Oh, you should see this thing. It is fucking insane. It's black, it's ominous, and it's the world's largest fucking yacht. I've never seen anything quite that.
Good place to be when the world goes to shit, huh? That you helped cause.
But it's probably going to hit the yacht with tariffs too.
Boy, out of shit. Hey, let me send out a few Let me send out a few
Interesting that the guy made all that money off of our soldiers. You know, I mean, that's how he made the fucking money, is off of the fucking war.
There's
it's a
money
now
to
he's-
be made at war. Don't think this is the first time it's happened. Go back.
He showed up to Molokai right off of Maui, and they don't really, they're the ones that held off all the tourist ships from coming because it's a very small fucking island. And guess what? When that boat pulled up, all the fucking people that were there in Kaho'olawe, that liberated Kaho'olawe from the U.S. Navy as a bombing range, they showed up on the fucking docks as his dinghy started coming towards them, and they told him, "You're not welcome on our island."
Good for them.
They told him, "Go the fuck."
Use
they
your
go,
voice,
"Paddle
baby.
your
That's what
ass
it's all
back
about."
out to that boat and do not step foot on this island. You're not welcome here.
There you
That's
go.
the fact. They don't fuck around. I hate billionaires.
Let me send out a few thank yous to Dumpster Diving Dragon, who came in with a $2 donation and said, well, he says I'm being sarcastic, he says, but voodoo dolls may do the deed. Hey, if it works, I don't care. And Murder's Place came in with a $40 donation. I appreciate that tremendously. Yes. Boy, howdy shit.
Talk about
I guess
voodoo
we're gonna.
dolls. I saw somebody take a
Yeah, I don't
Cheeto
care.
and they
I'm
was
rooting for a
putting
bolt
pins
of
in it.
lightning out of the sky. Two birds, one
People, I
stone. You
just-
want John to believe
I
in
just-
religion and all that
yeah.
shit? That'll work right there.
Take a
Just thinking.
Cheeto and put a bunch of pins in it. See if that works. I saw
Yeah,
somebody do that. They took a Cheeto and they put pins in it as a voodoo doll.
Hey, if it works. I just want it to be an act of God. That's all.
He'll be
Anyway.
dead in 9 days. Let's hope the Simpsons are right.
You know, we'll see if their prediction comes true.
Be a
Yeah,
good
if
heart
it does,
attack.
I'm sure they'll get a lot of questions, huh?
John,
Anyway.
we should have a deal. If he dies in 12 days or whatever, you should have a live show when that happens, you know, and we can have a meeting.
Oh,
if
believe me, we
happens.
would, but don't think that the danger's over if it happened. If the bolt of lightning came down and struck him, we still got J.D. Vance and
that's
the
Mike
whole
Johnson.
this whole ball of
Oh,
wax
this
of whatever the fuck the Republican
Yeah.
Party calls itself now. But you take
Yeah.
away Trump. You take away Trump out of the equation, and I think a lot more resistance would come out of the House.
Do you
and the
know?
Senate.
Do you know how you can hurt JD Vance? It's just to put tariffs on eyeliner.
I lied.
Yeah, makeup. men's
Are you
makeup.
suggesting something?
I am suggesting something.
Yes.
Yeah, I am.
Anyway, I guess we're going to
Airline.
wrap it up for the evening. I appreciate everybody coming in and discussing the day's events as much as they were. Dangerous.
See you
Thank you for coming
Saturday.
in, brother. Aloha.
See you Saturday. Make
I'll
a
be
present.
either
This is
here in
gonna be
Corpus at Waterfront or at Waters Edge Park, or I'm going to be in Austin. One of the two. And I'm hoping for Austin, but yeah.
I'll be representing. And this is only the start of many things to come, if needed.
We all need to be actively using our
Thank you for
voice
giving me a
wherever
tip.
we can, and in whatever
Thank you
way
for-
that takes form.
Yeah.
You know.
Thank you for inviting me in too.
Oh, and not a problem, brother. Anyway,
Make sure
take care of
everybody
yourself.
that happens to be watching it hit the like button and also subscribe. We need more people. This
Appreciate
movement
that.
is growing, and we can't do it without you.
Family's getting
All right,
bigger.
Thank you, John.
Thank you. And
Catch you
Yelly
Sunday.
Man, you bet.
All right. Thank you for allowing me in tonight, John. And it was an interesting conversation. And let's hope
Welcome
that
at the table anytime, brother.
yeah, let's hope it this shitstorm that you're in now ends before we know it. That's all I have to say.
There you go. Well, Yelly Man, come back.
Okay.
I
Yeah.
appreciate
See you
it.
later, John. See you.
All right,
Bye-bye.
take care of yourself.
Yeah. You
And
too.
Roman,
Yeah, John. Thank you
again, I
for-
appreciate you coming in, using your voice, brother. I think
My
there's
pleasure. Thank you.
a lot of
I
people
want
in this
you-
Blue Dot family appreciate your
I
voice.
want to encourage you, like all the viewers, all the Americans, continue to fight for your democracy. By saving your democracy, you will save us. You are the people, and we truly love you. And thank you, John, once again.
Roman, thank you very much. And he's at my mouthful of what he said. We stand up for democracy and freedom, and we can't turn our back on that. But Donald Trump is trying very hard to, and it disappoints me greatly what the man is doing to Ukraine. So, buddy, hang in there, brother. And Kirk.
Hey, John.
Outstanding. Always appreciate your voice, brother.
Thanks for having me. So just to say, the street level resistance is working. There's a crack in the wall here, and we have to keep swinging that hammer. So everybody get out in as biggest numbers as possible this weekend. Your efforts are not in vain.
Indeed, indeed. And whose voice is more important than yours?
Every voice
use it,
matters.
baby.
Every voice matters.
Every voice is needed. Anyway, Kirk, thank you very much, brother.
Take care, friend.
And miss you, chick. Been a little quiet this evening in the background.
No, just, me. Hanging out in the background.
Staying out of the way of the rocks.
Kind of.
Anyway.
I just want to remind everybody that, yes, April 5th is a hands-off kind of protest, the 5051 or whoever. Everybody's protesting everywhere all the time. Could be at your state capitol. It could be at your local library. Who knows?
Wherever it is.
Get involved, but please, as things start to ramp up, be careful. There are people looking to take your picture. There are people looking to find out who you are. They want to know your license plate. They want to know all this information on you. So just beware that you could wear the old COVID mask if you want. Maybe you don't want to wear clothing that's very, descriptive as what you normally wear every day. Maybe something specific.
Well, now that's a shame.
I know it's getting that way. The Proud Boys are starting to lurk around the corners, and they want to buddy up and find out what your name is. They might try and.
Well, we discussed this before, the possibility of them trying to create an incident.
Yes. Well, it isn't just an incident right now. This is the whole terrorist thing, the whole domestic terrorist thing. They want to, take names and get addresses and show up at your door later on, kind of thing.
I think they already got mine.
Yeah, probably. But I'm just saying, there's some people aren't aware of all that. There's a buddy system. Have a buddy, but don't necessarily get too chummy with everybody else. Don't give away all of your information to someone else. Don't even tell them they're your name if you don't have to. I'm just being cautious here. It's just the way the world is. And if you can find a way to not take your phone with you, I know everybody lives with those, but it tracks you. It will follow you from your house to the protest. It just tracks you. So if you can leave that home, that would be great. If you can't, maybe you can park farther away and find a way to get to the protest without actually driving right to it. All sorts of things. Just some thoughts. Just have those in mind. And talk to your organizers. They might have more ideas for you.
Indeed. There's where you go. And I can't stress enough to call your local Democratic headquarters. If there's something going on, they're probably going to be very aware of it.
Yep.
So,
EP51 has these things. There's a registry there. You can click in there. There's usually people connected with the local stuff there. And Indivisible have information on some things. Just like I said, as we move into the warmer season and more people want to get more active and participate, that's lovely. But just be careful because it's going to ramp up where it's not going to be pretty, I think.
We do have to be very cautious because it is serious. And the louder our voices get, the more concerned Donnie's going to be. And the people that hang around that man. And they're not.
Well, we already know what he's doing to some.
I'm sure Steve Bannon's got a plan going somehow.
Yeah.
Some backup idea or some shit.
Steve Miller.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Anyways, in the meantime, we had some brave souls on Facebook.
And they are brave.
Yes, they are. And I am not going to say their last names.
That's ain't it sad? Who are these shit sharers this week?
Got to turn my light on. We had Keith J. from Louisiana, Kristen M. from Montana, Jim B. from Kentucky, Michelle C. from Texas, Carolyn W. from Iowa, and Levi R. from Georgia were all brave enough to share this shit this week, John.
Outstanding, and we appreciate them to be shit sharers for sharing this shit. And you can do the same thing. The buttons are right down there. You can like, share, and subscribe. And but do that share shit. Spread the word. Make this family grow a little bit bigger, baby. We need everybody in it. And again, I encourage you to listen to other voices too. Nobody's got a contest going out there. Tennessee, Brando, Texas, Paul, Midas Touch, anywhere else you hear a voice, listen to it, baby, because we're all singing the same song. Anyway, boy, how to shit. I will gladly say this is a week I'm glad to be shut off. It was a rough week, and hopefully I can get my shit together. I keep saying that. It's not as easy as said, though. But we will, and but we can look forward to tomorrow, because tomorrow's Friday, and that means that John will enjoy a nice beer, maybe a little bud, and have a little something to say. Anyway, until then, all of you, just thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of this. It means the world, not only to me, but to your country. Anyway, as I say, put a smile on your face tomorrow. It might be difficult, but fuck it, try it again, and give that shit away to somebody else. Anyway, y'all say goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, everybody. We will see you again